Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're well. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing one of the many palettes that's out on the market at the moment. It was really difficult trying to actually decide which one I wanted to review. I say first impressions mostly, that's what it is do a first impressions video, which I haven't done in a while. So I was looking at a few of them. There was Huda Beauty, Vive's new palette, and then there was this one that I've gone for, which is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. I've never used her products before, and the reason being, if I'm completely honest, is the steep price tag. Now this palette is beautiful, but it retails for £64, and personally I think that's extortionate. But I really liked the colours of this. I don't really have another palette that has this sort of colour story. So I'll just bring that in a little bit closer for you. So I have swatched these, so I will put in a sort of a picture or clip of me swatching them for you, and just to sort of see how they came out. And so far so good. They're very pigmented. So I'll just show you Vision, which I've got on the back of my hand here. This is actually the colour that drew me to the palette the most. It's a duochrome. So in some lights you can see green, and then in some lights you can see purple. It's a really beautiful colour. So this palette has mattes, metallics, duochromes, as well as chroma crystal eyeshadows. I can never get that word right. So as you can see, you've got your warm tones here, goes more into neutral, and then it goes into sort of the berry colours. So these are sort of the colours I think I'm going to go for in this video today, just because I want to try and steer away from the warmer colours, as I know that's something that I do in quite a lot of my videos. But yeah, so £64. I was lucky enough to find a discount code. It got, I think, 15% off. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have purchased it full price, I will be honest. So I haven't used this on my eyes, I've literally just swatched it. So that's all I can go off at the moment. But just to show you a few of, I'm going to show you the sort of the duochrome, metallics, and chroma crystal eyeshadows, just to give you an idea. So you've seen Vision, I'm just going to show you Thrill. They are really pigmented, is something I would say. So that is Thrill, so it's a lovely gold colour. And then I'm going to do Spontaneous, just here. So that's beautiful. So you can see how easy that's coming onto the skin. It's like a satin finish. And then I'm gonna go in with Serenity. This is this lovely like bronzy colour, just there. And then the next one is Babies. Just put that here. So it's almost like a bit of a rose goldy colour. And then lastly is Invention. And this then has got a different texture to the others. But again, really lovely. So I was really impressed by all of those shades, and just sort of how light reflecting they are. And none of them are like flaky, which is what I like. I don't like anything that's too glittery, so you've got a lot of fallout. So I do really like those. And then the mattes are just here. So I'll show a few of them to you. So let's just do, sorry, that's my phone, is Familiar. Familiar, sorry. So it's this lovely, rich, sort of warm chocolate brown. So it's just this one down here. And then another one is Edgy. Now this is this dark, I don't know if it's showing up as well on the camera. It's like this dark, plummy, purpley colour. It's really pretty. So it comes out a lot pinker on the skin. So when you look there, you imagine it to be really dark. And then next I will do Instinct. So I'll just do that. I'm running out of, just in between there. So these two are quite similar in colour, but there's different depth to them. I do think I will probably go with these three here, maybe do something like a halo eye, and maybe mix one of the other sort of metallics in with it. So I'm really excited to use it. Like I said, it's not something that I've got currently. It's definitely not a colour story that I have. A lot of mine are either sort of a warmer palette or more golds and things like that. So yeah, I'm excited to use it. So just on my base, I've just kept it fairly natural, just because I'm not obviously sure what the overall look will look like. So I will add lipstick on at the end, and then I'll put some lashes on as well. May add some eyeliner, who knows, we'll just sort of see how it's going. I've not got really a plan. I'm just gonna see what takes my fancy. So I'm just gonna bring you in a little bit closer so you can really see what's going on. So I hope the lighting is okay, because recently I have been really struggling with the lighting in this house, where the weather is just up and down. We've got a lot of windows, so I'm trying to control it as best as I can, so I really hope that you guys can see. I've prepped the eyes with an old school favourite of mine, is MAC Paint Pot. So I've got the Painter Lily colour on, so I'm just gonna get my hair out of my face, just so that you guys can see a little bit better. Right, so I'm not sure if I want to do one daytime, one nighttime, or just an overall look. What do I want to do? I think I just want to do an overall look, I think, just so that you can really get the full impact. So I'm going to step outside my comfort zone, and I'm going to go with those colours as I mentioned. So I think what I will go in with first, I think I'm going to go the darkest first. I'm going to do edgy, sorry. So I'm going to do that, and I'm probably going to use Instinct as like maybe like a transition shade, and then maybe use a little bit of Carpe Diem, just because that's still within the warmer tone sort of thing, or even Unity. So I'm gonna sort of try and use as many colours as possible without overloading it and just becoming a mess, basically. So I'm just gonna use a flat brush, just so I can really place where I want the product to be. I'll bring it up here and just almost like outline exactly the shape and sort of guide me where I want it to go. Also with these colours, I thought would be a good idea, as you can see how much fallout there will be from these colours. Right, so I'm just going to go in. This is a clean brush, but it's stained, so there's nothing on it at the moment. I'm just going to try and blend, just to see how well it blends on its own. And so far, so good. I really hope this colour doesn't stain my skin. This is what worries me when you go in with dark colours like this. Any reds or purples or blues. Okay, and then just bringing it up. And then I did want to do a halo eye, so what I'm going to do, I know I've started off not doing that. I'm just going to bring this into here. Still think I can bring that back. Go back in a little bit more. Just give it a little bit more depth. But for these sort of colours, they are blending nicely. Sometimes you can get some that are quite patchy. But no, they're blending well. Then for the price tag, you want them to blend well, right? Okay, well then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a halo eye. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is if I go in straight with Vision, I feel like I might lose the appearance of a halo eye, because it's quite similar to the two shades that I've got on there. So what I might do is do like a bit of a mix. I'm thinking maybe go in with Spontaneous and then just see how that works. So I'm going to apply this just to give like a more of like a, what am I trying to say, in your face appearance with the metallic. That's really nice. So I'm just patting it over. As I said, I'm not being too pressured with the placement, because then what you can do is you can go in and blend sort of what's been lost, and it gives it like a nice ombre, so you haven't got like a distinct line down the middle, if that makes sense. I'm gonna put my phone on silent. I go in again. And then what I might do is do Vision, so it's more of like an ombre going into it. So place this here. Such a pretty colour. Really nice. Yeah, I think that works better because I think it would have completely lost the whole halo appearance if I just went straight in with Vision, because it is similar to the two colours. So again, I'm just going to go back into what I've lost and blend in. Nice. And I'm just going to go back in with that Unity. I think what I'm going to do as well is maybe go in, just give it a little bit more depth, is with Blackest Black and edgy, and sort of just, I don't want it to get lost. There we go. I think that's definitely worked better now. I've deepened it. Back with the edgy and Instinct together, it works lovely. Really nice. I really like that. I'm just bringing that out even more. I'm just going to bring a tiniest bit into here. These shades work really nicely together. Just going in with Unity there. I'm just going to go back in with Spontaneous. And then again with Vision on the side. And what I do is I sort of brush it in. So can you see I do it like this, so it's again ombreing it into each other. So the direction that you want it to go. And then Spontaneous I do a mix. So you haven't got that distinctive line. So as you can see, it's really pretty. Really happy with how they're blending together. It's really nice. And you could even bring this out even more. So I'm just going under with Edgy. Sort of like a halfway point. And then what I will do, I'm just going to use like a thin little brush like this. I'm going to go under with Spontaneous just to see how well that works. Probably be better if you dampen a brush. I'm just going to go under with my fingertip. Apply so easily. Bringing it out. I would do my eyebrows darker if I was to wear this out. If I was going out like this, I would definitely do my eyebrows and I'd bring that further down or change the shape slightly, bring that over and darken it just so that it's not looking, because it kind of looks a little bit strange when you've got such a big eye going on when your eyebrows are smaller, if that makes sense. So I'd really elongate that out and bring that over a little bit more and darken it just so it doesn't look like it's a bit lost. Lovely, I'm going to leave it there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and do a natural eye. So we'll stick with the more neutral to warmer shades just so you can really see what you can get out of this palette. So what I will do is let me put the purple brushes to one side. So I think what I will do is maybe go in with Carpe Diem first, or Nurture. This is definitely more of a cooler tone, but still with that little bit of warmth in there. So I'm tempted to do maybe Nurture and Serenity, but then a little bit of Familiar in, or something else. We'll just play and happen and see what happens. So I'm so distracted by this eye right now. I definitely think I will add eyeliner because I think it needs it. because it's a very powerful eye that we've got going on here. So I think I'm going to add that. But right, we'll carry on with the other side. So I think, what do I want to do? Let's do nurture, because it is a cooler tone out of all of them. You've seen me do a warm eye a million times, so let's change it up. So I'm just going to go in with nurture, and I'm just going to start in the crease. Ooh, this is a nice shade. This is really nice. This is something you could wear all over the lid. Guys, I'm just moving my light in just ever so slightly, just because I was noticing you couldn't really see this eye this well. So I'm carrying on. Nice. Okay, perfect. And then I'm gonna go in with maybe aspiration up here. Just give it a little bit of depth. Just trying to think. I may even use the same brush, just because I don't want it to be too, what am I trying to say? Too bold. Because I do want it to be suitable for daytime, or if you're somebody that isn't used to wearing a lot of eyeshadow and you don't like anything too dark on your eyes, you could wear this in the evening also. And what I'm going to do is go in with a clean blending brush, just to really blend that out. So it's just giving it a little bit of depth. Nice. That was really easy, those colours working together, but that's a really quick, simple, you could leave it like this and just go in with like a matte shade, or literally leave it like this, add a bit of mascara, and that will give you something on the eye. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix in Serenity, which is, I'm trying to think which one this is, I've got so many all over, but it's more of the bronzier colour. So I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to use, do I want to use Thrill? What was that? I think I'm going to do Serenity and maybe Babies. So I'm going to mix the two together. So I'm going to do Serenity here. That's so nice. That's a really nice shade. A bit more. That's really pretty. It's subtle, it's nothing too overpowering. I'm just going to go over with Babies. So nothing too dissimilar. And then I think I'm going to go in again with Spontaneous, but more towards the inner corner, and use it almost as like a highlight. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with my blending brush with a tad bit of Nurture and just go over what was lost. So I've just moved you so you can see it better. So yeah, it's a really beautiful eye makeup. So as you can see, two very different eyes going on, but both fairly simple to do. Obviously this one, you're using a lot more sort of technical skills, you're blending a lot of different colours together, whereas this went on beautifully, easily. Just a simple blending brush. I only literally used two brushes, just two of them, and it was really quick and simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera, add some eyeliner to this one. I'll probably just add a tiny bit to this and add some lashes, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've changed the angle of my camera, and I think this actually works really well, so you can really nicely see the eye looks. Both of them I think have come out really nicely. So I've added a thick sort of black eyeline on top and added some eyelashes, and I also went in the waterline with some black eyeliner. And then this side, I've just added some eyelashes and a really thin black liquid eyeliner, black brown liquid eyeliner, and I've just added some white eyeliner to the waterline. Now I haven't added anything underneath this one, but I just wanted to pop on camera just to show you sort of what it would look like. So if you did want to sort of define it a little bit more, or if you want it, this keeps your eyes nice and open, and then you can go underneath with Aspiration, which is the darker brown in the palette. So what I would suggest is, if you want to give that nice sort of big eye appearance, is just, if you want to add anything, is keep it on the outer side. Don't go all the way in. That will make your eyes appear smaller. So I would say keep it on the outer corner. And then what you can do is you can also add some eyeliner in the top waterline. That will actually make your eyelashes appear thicker if you didn't want to wear eyelashes. So there's just a few little tips there for you. But no, I'm really happy with how both of them come out. I think this looks beautiful. As I mentioned, I would do my eyebrow different. I would make it darker. But this makeup you could wear easily every day at an event, wedding makeup, and you could add if you wanted to go a little bit deeper, but I think that's a really nice sort of simple natural sort of makeup. So both of them are really nice. In terms of lipstick, I don't really know what to add, because obviously you've got both two different shades. So what I'm going to do is just show you this side just so you can really see without being distracted from the other, and just showing you downwards, and then again with this eye. Just so you can see the relative appearance of both of them. So yeah, in terms of lips, I'm not too sure. So I have got Vive's Bewitched liner here, and I do actually quite like to go all over the lips, I was gonna say lid then, with an lip liner. So I'm just gonna go, and I think this would work with both because it's not so dark on this side. I do think it will work with both, because obviously you're trying to keep it simple on this side. You can still go with a dark lip without it looking overpowering. Obviously you could keep this more of a natural lip, a nude lip, but if you want to intensify you can. So this is like a purpley nude. So I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really lightly applying it. I'm not going in really heavy-handed, just because of how heavy this look is. Now I'll go slightly heavier on this side just to show sort of the difference it will look and how you can get away with it with a lighter eye. So yeah, you can use lip liners as lipstick. I actually find sometimes the longevity is better with just using a standard lip liner all over the lip. So yeah, that is the overall look. Now my thoughts on the palette, I think they blended really nicely. The appearance looks great. I'm really impressed with the metallics and the chromes. Would I say it's worth £64? No, because I think that's extortionate for a palette. If it was more, you know, say it was 40, 45, even 50, then yes, I'd be like, oh, you know what, you've got a fair few colours. Now that's not to say I would be like, no, I'd never purchase it again. I still would have paid probably £64 for it, because I'm personally interested in the colour story that it had. Eye makeup is something that I do a lot of, so for me it's not a waste of money, so to speak. I know that I would go back to that palette, the colours in there, I would use them. But I think when you're purchasing a palette that is that sort of price, just really think about how much you're actually going to get out of it. I just think it's expensive. I don't think there's other palettes you can get out there on the market that are a lot cheaper that do such a good job as well. But it is a beautiful palette, with that being said. So if you do want to try it, I do recommend trying it. I just think it's a bit expensive for what it is. I'm trying to think what the discount code was that I used. I think I actually used Rich's email to get like a new, you're a new customer. So I think I got him to sign up for me on Cult Beauty, I think it was, just so that you can get 15% off. But definitely look for discount codes, promo codes. What would be good is if you're looking for a present for somebody, because it is more of a steeper price tag, that would be a good thing. Christmases are coming up, so it would be a beautiful gift. If somebody got this for me, I would be over the moon with it. But yeah, definitely look out for the discount codes. I don't think you should ever need to pay that much for a palette, in my personal opinion, but it is lovely, it is beautiful, but you would expect that for what you're paying for it. But yeah, I recommend it, but I would look for discount codes before purchasing it, if I'm completely honest. So let me know what your thoughts are. If you like the colours, if you like the look that I've done, if there is any other palettes that you would like me to try. I am very tempted by the Vive one. It's just, going back to what I've said, just make sure you'll get use out of the palette. I don't know if I would get that much use out of that one, personally, because I don't tend to go to cool tones, but it could be something that works really well for me. I don't know. So, but I am seeing beautiful looks being created from it, so it is tempting me. The other palette that I was looking at was the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. The thing that put me off with it, if I'm honest, is the cream black and brown eyeshadow that you get with it. I didn't know how I felt about that. I was just, I don't know. And there was just a few things in there that I was like, I have got those sort of colours in another palette. I have got that in another palette. So that's the whole reason I went for this one. Plus, I'd never tried her products before, so it could have been something that I came up with and I loved. And I really enjoyed working with them. So I think they've married together really nicely, all of the colours. So I think that the colour story in general, how she's put that together, is great. But yeah, so yeah, let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd be really grateful if you can. I'll be posting makeup videos regularly, along with sort of lifestyle type vlogs and things. And next year we will be going to Florida in May, so I will be vlogging that. So to keep up to date with all of the new content that comes out, please hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'd be really grateful. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will speak to you guys soon. Thanks, bye.